So we're going to be watching actual gameplay that they showcased during Gamescon this morning. I know that there's a lot of like talking in the beginning. I know that the actual gameplay starts at like 30 minutes of this video, but I want to see if Jono has anything kind of interesting to say. If it doesn't seem like there's a lot, we'll just skip to the actual gameplay. But this is me going in. I have no idea what to expect outside of the trailer and some of the stuff that Jono has said in his live streams. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I am so stinking excited to watch this.
Und ich darf jetzt
Hopefully the volume is good.
Community Management von Capcom auf die Bühne bitten. Ist er schon da?
Jono!
Wo kommt er denn?
Come in, Jono!
Da ist er!
Hey.
There he is! It's Jono!
Hi.
How's it going? How's it
How
going?
is it?
It's wonderful. It's been
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. The first playable hands-on of Monster Hunter Wilds.
Also, I'm just gonna say, I would have... If I had the money, I would have fucking traveled to Germany for this shit. First, to just go to Germany, because I've always wanted to go. It's definitely on my bucket list, but also to meet Jono.
Anywhere in the world.
And
oh my goodness.
love the hype of this game coming out.
Germany. So moin moin and guten Abend.
Ja, kann man sagen.
Moin moin.
I mean, that's it for me now. Yeah.
Moin moin, we say in the north.
Ah.
Was sagt man hier in Kölsch?
Yeah, different dialects. There's tons of different
I don't know what they say
like
in Cologne.
dialects.
Doesn't matter. So, you have the pleasure to interview now the producers of the game?
Yes, they're just getting mic'd up.
Oh,
So
interviews,
In
okay.
the meantime, we can have a little bit of chit-chat, and then we'll bring them out on the stage, because we've got some very familiar faces to those in the Monster Hunter community. And those that are new to Monster Hunter, well, you're in for a treat, because we have some very experienced hunters that will be joining us.
Ooh, okay.
So, what are you... Can you tell us a little what we're about to see now?
Yeah, no, so...
Monster
here at Gamescom,
hunting.
We have two different quests from Monster Hunter Wilds. We have a single-player quest and a multiplayer quest.
Yeah, I think
Now,
Jono
we'll be
is
out
the...
into Woodwood Plains, which is the
like
first
the
locale
British
in the game.
community manager.
And we
I
go
forgot
in
the name
and
of the
hunt
American
Dr.
one, but he
Guma,
also plays with
which is one of the
Jono.
first monsters we revealed for Wilds, and maybe some
Almost
others.
also middle-sized, I see.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they'll definitely leave a mark if they catch you. Yeah. They actually roam in a pack as well, so you can get outnumbered if you're not careful.
Awesome. So,
Yeah, that's...
you will be joined by...
I'm probably going to pause it a couple of times. The one thing that I'm super excited about with the trailer is that most of the time, in most Monster Hunter games, it's usually like you go into a map and it's 3 monsters, and those are the only monsters in that map. They sometimes rotate out over time if you're in an expedition, stuff like that. So seeing the trailer and seeing that there are packs of larger monsters is like a whole new type of thing that they're adding in. Not to mention the 2-weapon thing. Like, I'm excited because this is like the most change that they've done, in my opinion, in a Monster Hunter game. I mean, outside of like new mechanics and shit like that with the world, but it's like a brand new game, but still keeps a lot of like the main aspects that makes Monster Hunter so unique. And that's what I'm super excited about, is most of the time it's like they add something like, you know, focus mode. That's like a new thing. In Monster Hunter Rise, it was the switch skills, you know, because we had the wire bugs. Monster Hunter World had the clutch claw. And then Generations had like different hunter arts, I think is what it was called, hunter skills, something like that. So usually they would just like add a small thing to the weapons, but this is adding a completely second weapon. Like I'm going to have to like actually fuck around with other weapons in interest of how it's going to work around like your main weapon. Like my main weapon is usually Charge Blade or Hunting Horn. Definitely more Hunting Horn in Rise. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, I probably need to like actually use a ranged weapon in order to counteract and be able to like switch that out. So the whole dynamics of having 2 weapons is like super fucking exciting for me. Okay, I'll stop pausing. I'm so excited over this game, dude.
The producers of the game?
Yeah, we'll have Monster Hunter Wilds producer Ryozo Tsushimoto, we'll have Monster Hunter Wilds director Yuya Tokuda, and Monster Hunter Wilds executive director and art director Kaname Fujioka. So
wow, they brought everyone. Holy shit.
In just a moment. So.
And do you have like a list of questions?
We do. So the German community have very kindly submitted some questions in advance. So after we've done the hunt, we'll be asking your questions live to the team.
Hell yeah.
I just said it before. That's the best that ever happens on a Gamescom, that you can ask the developers. Those are the guys who put
you ask the game devs, dude.
Into the game, and we have the
like, no offense to Jono, he's the community manager. He can't say everything.
We really want to know.
Absolutely. I mean, the Monster Hunter team love the community. We're so lucky to have such a passionate community that want to see more Monster Hunter, that really get behind us and ask us these questions. So honestly, I'm really excited to see what the team have to say when I reveal the mystery community questions, which are locked away securely in my folder.
All right, then should we start?
Are we ready? Yeah,
we ready?
let's
I'm going to the booth.
Get comfortable. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction.
Thank you.
Well.
Give a applause for Jono and have fun with the gameplay.
Thank you very much. So yeah, once again, thank you for the wonderful introduction. My name's Jono. I'm the EMEA Community Manager for Monster Hunter.
Love you, Jono.
Today, we're going to have a very special hunting party. So if you'd please allow me to introduce Monster Hunter Wilds producer, Ryozo Shijimoto.
There he is.
And we also have with us today Monster Hunter Wilds Executive Director and Art Director.
They really fucked up with the
also Monster Hunter Wilds Director,
the like mist machine. They should have just not had that.
And with me today, who will be translating, we have Patrick from Capcom Europe.
Oh, nice.
Now, once everyone gets comfy, we'll just ask
some nice fucking couches too.
Yesterday was a very exciting day at Opening Night Live. How are you feeling today?
はい、昨日オープニングナイトライブに登壇していただきましたが、どういうお気持ちですか？
すごくステージ上でもすごく反響をいただきまして、でPV 映像を流させていただいた後も全世界で結構反響をいただいている状況ですね。
It felt really great to get up on
Oh
the stage and
shit,
show everyone
I know they're just talking right now, but if you see over here in the corner, you see people actually playing it, because that is one thing that Jono did talk about in his live streams, that like you will be, during this event, they had probably these two quests that they're going to be showcasing, but oh man, that would have been so cool to actually play a little bit of this game.
I'm so happy to see not only the reaction from the crowd on site, but the reaction of millions of players around the world on the live stream.
That's fantastic. Seeing the community reception live just blew us away. It was fantastic. And for those of you watching that aren't familiar with Monster Hunter or are new to Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Wilds is the next mainline title in the Monster Hunter series, releasing in 2025, bringing in a whole new
Give us an actual date, Jono. Come on.
Well, it's now celebrating 20
I want a
years.
date.
So thank you so much for all your support, community. And for those of you as well that aren't too familiar with Monster Hunter Wilds has something for single-player gamers, co-op gamers, and everything in between. We're going to be bringing you a deep, engaging story with a fantastic narrative, with really exciting hunting action gameplay in a living, breathing environment. And you'll hopefully see that today as well. And yes, I'm incredibly excited to say, you've probably heard it already, but crossplay is confirmed for Monster Hunter Wilds.
It's about fucking time.
You've heard me talking enough. You're here to see these fine gentlemen in front of me get into the hunt. So please join me as we enter the Windward Plains and go hunting.
Windward Plains. Okay, I'm assuming that's the first map that they added to the trailer.
皆さんにこうやって
With the third trailer, they added a brand new map.
ですね。しかもマルチプレイ、
マルチプレ
だいぶドキドキしてます。
This is their first time playing multiplayer live on stage for the game, so
Oh,
they're
nice.
excited and nervous.
They look nervous.
いやー、言いましょう。
I think we're in very safe hands. So during the gameplay, Takuda-san will be the player we're focusing on.
I will say it's got to be really interesting, like, as a game dev to... Because, like, when you're doing game dev stuff, and I only kind of know a lot of this information because my husband is a software dev. Not a game dev, but a software dev. But, like, you know, usually you go out and do, like, user testing, so it's probably weird for them to kind of be the user testing for this. I mean, obviously it's probably cleared because they're showcasing it, but like if I were in their position, I would not only be playing, I'm also playing in front of thousands of people, probably millions of people, but also being like, oh, okay, we need to like fix that, or like that seems a little weird. So they're probably also like working in a sense because they're trying to pay attention to the things that could be going wrong. But that's just me like spitballing.
But you will also see some more gameplay from the rest of the hunting party. Shall we?
いい
やりましょうか。
Okay, let's go.
はい。
Let's
緊
go!
張しますね。
Yeah, I do. I feel pretty nervous. Through
Yeah.
this.
Oh, he's like, it's not connecting. Oh no.
But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, when we get into
I think I heard that they are having some technical difficulties.
Available here, and this is the multiplayer segment where we head out into the seamless environment that is the Windward Plains.
これまだ映ってないかな。
聞かないね。
Uh-oh.
聞かない。
聞かない。
ちょっとコントローラーが効かないみたいなんで、ちょっと待って。
Just having a controller issue here, so we'll see if we can get someone to
Yeah.
help with tech support.
It's all part of the fun of doing it live.
It really
We'll be
is,
getting
dude.
into the hunt soon enough. Once
Like,
we just
you
start
can have
everything lining
everything
up.
set up and something always goes fucking wrong.
Thank you all so much for your incredible support with yesterday's trailer. Obviously, it's always exciting to reveal a brand new monster. So we had Lalabarina and also a new locale. Your very
Yes,
first
Lalabarina is the
forest.
new spider
So
monster.
you're
Oh,
looking
it's
forward to
fucking
seeing
awesome.
even more.
I hope they show that third
We saw
trailer.
Ray Dow, this mysterious
ダメ。
Come on, tech guy.
monster now has a name and is the apex.
We can see you.
待ってくださいね。
ちょっとコントローラーがね、聞かない。
He's like scrunched over, trying not to be seen.
We'll dive straight
まあこん
into
な
the
こともあ
hunt.
りますよ。
So thank you for your patience, everyone watching live, and our awesome live audience here in Germany.
ああこんなこ
I'm
とも
really
あり
looking
ます。
forward to getting into
ね
the hunt as well.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're playing live.
Oh yeah, you know, this is all part of the fun of live. And you know, for me, I'm a big sword and shield main. I cannot wait to play my favorite weapon in the next Monster Hunter game live for you. And I'm sure we'll talk to the team in a bit about what weapons they'll be using as well. And of course, I'm in safe hands with Patrick, who'll be translating everything for us as well. And then once we've done the gameplay, if you're just tuning in, we'll be having a live question and answer session with some pre-approved questions from the community that we selected before Gamescom started. So if you're looking to get the real
Are those like the new Xbox controllers? They look so weird.
Gameplay section.
ちょっと待ってくださいね。
来ませんね、コントローラーが。
はーい。
Yeah, I think I might skip this because it seems like they're having.
Time as well, the community see the new mount.
Oh, well, we have like something here.
And all the cool things you can do with your new mount buddy. So very, very exciting. What's quite interesting
Yeah,
as well,
the secret
we saw some
secret
eagle-eyed community members actually
SEIKRET.
in last night's trailer. So to all the hunters, we've been seeing you on Reddit and on social media talking about all these little things from the trailer. So we think that's really, really cool.
Oh yeah, we pay attention.
Ryozo-san is going to mention which weapon he's going to use.
Here, I'll show you the baby because one of our other Monster Hunter friends showcased it. 1 second. Will pop up. There we go. Oh, it's very zoomed in. Can I zoom out? Look at the baby. It's so tiny. It's so adorable. And we also saw a baby Puke like flying around, so it's kind of cool to actually see like baby versions of these monsters because I don't think they did outside of like the baby Tetsukabra and Rise, which I'm still waiting. Like we have Chatakabra, which is a brand new amphibian monster, which I'm very excited about, but I'm still waiting, Capcom. I'm still waiting for the Tetsukabra to come in. Please give it to me. I'll be happy.
Oh yeah, please do.
そうですね。
Ryozo-san が使う武器は今日は何を選び
まあ
ますか？
ハンマーです。もちろんハンマーです。
Of course, it's the hammer. Whenever it's Ryozo, it's always the hammer.
Hammer's good. Hammer is a solid
We
weapon.
know he loves the hammer, but we know in Wilds you can actually bring 2 weapons at once into a hunt with you. So everyone wants to know, what is your
Secondary weapon,
in Monster
yeah.
Hunter Wilds?
Why does the what? 武器2種持ってくるんですけど。
セカンドウェポンはハンマー。
The hammer, of course.
Hammer.
It's never a bad thing, right?
ダブルハマーなんです。
ですですです。
So we know what Ryozo-san is going to be using.
Actually, that is a good question. So it is confirmed that we can take out 2 weapons, but can we do the same weapon? So, like, I know there was probably a translation issue, but he said hammer twice. So if that were the case, that'd also be a pretty valid type of build, because you can have, like, you know, a non-elemental hammer that's just straight, like, focusing on non-elemental, and maybe have, like, really good affinity, probably some non-elemental boost so that it can really fucking pack a punch. And then you could switch out to your secondary weapon, which is also a hammer, but it's probably more elemental, probably something that is, you know, strong against some other element type of monster. Because that would be kind of cool. I mean, I would definitely, me personally, I would want to showcase having 2 different weapons, but that would be really cool if you could switch out to the same type of weapon, but just like a different set altogether.
What 2 weapons are you bringing into today's hunt?
徳田さんが選ぶ武器の2種は何でしょうか。
僕は結構何でも使うんですけど、わりかし今回メカニクス的に変化を加えた狩猟笛と、ライトボウガンの組み合わせが結構お気に入りです。
狩猟部行く。
狩猟笛も結構使えますね。
I've of course practiced with all the new weapons, abilities and things like that, but today I'm going to go for a combination of hunting horn and the light bowgun.
Nice.
I think
Yeah,
it makes a
that's
really
good.
combination of skills that you can use together.
なんかその2つの武器ともサポートに特化した武器みたいなイメージがあると思うんですけど、今回はサポートもできますし、ダメージもうまくプレイすれば取れるようになっているので、割と変化が大きい武器かなと思います。
I think some people think the hunting horn and the bowguns are more support style weapons, but we've actually adjusted them this time around to make sure that you can be giving a high damage output as well, and you won't be just on the sidelines supporting the party, you'll be in there doing damage to the monster with everyone else.
Yeah, it's great because I remember when we were doing the weapons.
You could still technically do that with hunting horn. Like, you can definitely solo hunting horn.
The light bowgun and heavy bowgun have received a lot of attention to really carve out an even stronger identity for those weapons. So
That
really
and gun lance, I think.
Showcase that for everyone. And obviously, we know what Ryozo-san's using, we know what Tokuda-san's using. What about Fujioka-san? What weapon are we going to see in his hunter's hands?
藤岡さんは今日はどの武器種を選べますか？
ランスです。
The lance.
The lance. Lance and gun lance
Looking
main?
forward to that, getting
僕は
straight
ラ
to
ン
the
スしか
point.
使わない。
I only ever use the lance.
So is it the same as Ryozo-san?
Hey, I
Are we
can
gonna
respect
see
that.
the
Lance is
full
hard.
塩蔵さんと同じくダブルランスでいく。
Lance is very hard to understand.
fair play?
He's
Good
going to be
choice.
dual wielding those lances.
開発3人来て、3人中2人が1種類しか武器使ってくれないと本当に寂しい限りですけどね。
Personally speaking, he wishes that they would show a bit more variety of weapons to everyone, but they have their choices.
Yeah, I can't disagree. Like,
Of course, Ryozo is
your weapon is what defines you as a hunter.
Going to miss out on any
今回
action.
属性の違う同じ武器種でも持っていったりはできますんで、ちょっとシナジーはあるんですけど、せっかく14武器種もあるのにね。
Of course, while you can take 2 weapons of the same kind, you can choose different properties. So you could choose a hammer with certain abilities or a hammer with certain elementals on it, and have a second backup of the same weapon with
Oh,
different things.
I just called it. Hell
You're
yeah.
making a good
So
strategic
you
choice.
can have the same weapon, just different skills and elements. Hell yeah.
Mental damage and status effects. So I could bring, say, like a fire weapon and a status weapon and mix and match in the hunt, because as part of the seamless gameplay in Monster Hunter Wilds, we've shown that when a hunt ends, you don't necessarily have to return back to camp. You can just go and hunt the next monster.
Yeah, you
Having
can
these different
infinitely
weapons,
hunt,
if you want to,
which is
you can
great.
just go straight in after the next one,
何しても切り直した方がいい。
which is rather exciting. I'm also looking forward, obviously, we'll all be wearing some different armor sets as well. So you're going to get to see some rather cool sets in action. And obviously, as we know, any Monster Hunter player that's played a few titles will know that fashion game is for many the true end game. And I think we're a little bit spoiled in Wilds. There's some great stuff already.
Yeah.
でもこの台がホストだから。
We're still just working out some technical issues with the
Exactly. Don't worry. We appreciate everyone's patience who's watching.
I think it was at the 27 mark is what that guy said.
Ready.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and skip, because that was some good information we got. All right, here we go.
We need to see that hammer action.
Ryozo さんのハンマーは絶対
そうね。
じゃあ始めましょうか。
あ、じゃあ今日は
覚えてる？うん。OK
いら。っしゃって。
Okay, we are back then, and we're going to have, this is the Tokuda-san's gameplay screen that you can see right now.
まずこれ今回の出展のバージョンになるんですけど、本来はキャラメイクできます。めちゃめちゃ細かく今まで以上に細かいキャラの
Oh, that's an interesting preset.
今回はショーロームなのでこうやってタイプから選んでもらえるようにしてます。
For anyone who sees this screen is concerned that there's simplified character creation, don't worry, this is just for the show floor demo version.
Yeah, just presets. It'll take too long.
Characters for you to choose, but the full game has the detailed character creator that you've come to know and love.
Someone also did say that the body type, it seems like they might have sliders for body types as well. Which me personally, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna go crazy in the customization. It's all gonna be covered anyways.
Included voices by default on
the preset of 11 was cool.
Choose the voice you want to have on your hunter.
Oh, look at the furry
Love to
palicos.
express themselves via their hunters, and not just their hunters.
Oh, that one's
but
cool
their
too.
palicos.
はい、パリコも同じですね。アイルですね。もう細かくキャラの設定できるんですけど、今回はタイプからこちらを用意したものから選んでもらうようにしてます。
Exactly, and similarly, you know, we want to keep things simple for the show floor demo. People who are coming to queue to play the game don't have to waste too much time on that part of it. We've had some characters created here, but you'll be able to do some detailed settings in the full game.
Yeah, I'm loving the different hair color options as well. I've spotted that in there.
今回のデモ版は、シングルでストーリーを楽しんでいただくモードとやや経験者向けの方に、遊んでいただけるモードがあるんですけど、今回は経験者向けの方をプレゼンさせてもらいます。
So we've got two different quests that you can take on here at Gamescom. One of them is for perhaps the more beginner hunters who want to have a bit of an introduction to the story and the setting. And we have another one for those more veteran hunters who are able to jump right into the action.
Let me guess, the first quest is you're going to just collect shit. Because usually, like, when you, like, first start a Monster Hunter game, it's like, alright, you're gonna go collect rocks, you're gonna go collect herbs, you're gonna go collect all this, you're also gonna go collect an egg, and all, like, stupid shit like that. And it would piss me off sometimes, like, when I would play the older games and I'm just trying to fucking get through it. It can be a little annoying, but I have a feeling that that's, like, the first quest. Go collect herbs. That's your quest for today.
To say, that's the one I'll be doing today.
And here we are in the camp as well.
Okay, we have a luring pod. Okay. Because they brought back the slinger ammo, so we're going to be able to lure these monsters away.
Camp section now.
Sure, should all do it.
That new type of aspect of hunt feels so realistic. I love it.
選んでいただくことができるんですけれども、まあ今回は一番最初のプレゼンテーションなので、一番基本的なグレートソードとライトボウガンで。
Okay, this UI looks a lot different.
As you can see, you can choose.
Oh, we have visuals now.
Here in the camp.
That's very nice.
Our weapon choices as a multiplayer party earlier. Now that I'm going solo, I'm gonna
Give me a pause because I just want to look at this new UI here. Okay, so this is the Chatacabra armor set. Okay, so we have different slots and equipment skills. I'm trying to see. It looks a lot different than World, but it looks a lot better. I love the visuals here. This is really, really nice because usually it's just like small icons without like an actual visual. So that helps me a lot because I'm very visual oriented. Oh, hi babe, you're digging the UI? Yeah, it looks really clean. I am definitely more of a fan of this than they have it in World. And then leathercraft flexibility. Okay, so Master Gatherer. So we have equipment info and then defense status. I'm imagining this is like your total defense status. So if you have like an entire set, this is where it's at here. But then this is specifically the armor that you are like hovering over. Or maybe it's here. Attack affinity element. Yeah, so here's your entire status. So this is a whole new thing, and then this is the specific equipment that you have hovering. That's really nice.
And go with my usual.
My main question is how are the items going to look? Because one thing that pissed me off with World, they did a lot better with Rise. Was it's very clunky when it comes to like fumbling through the item box.
Choice of great swords.
A fine choice, a classic.
今回は昔男性用のデザインと女性の装備のデザインというのがあったと思うんですけども、今回はそれこの区切りをなくしてどちらのタイプの装備も選べるようになってます。
you can see I'm choosing my armor here. In previous Monster Hunter games, you had male and female armor was separate. I'm happy to confirm that in Monster Hunter Wilds, there's no more male and female armor. All characters can wear any gear.
Are you telling me that I can wear the Rathian armor set dress as a man? Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Fashion game is officially the end game.
It really is. You're not
コント
wrong.
ローラーがご機嫌が非常に悪いです。
俺んとこは一番マシかもね。こっちでやった方がいいかもね。
Unfortunately, Tokuda-san's controller is on the blink again.
Well, enjoy the view of some of the armor sets in the meantime.
Oh, also, I have a quick side note that I thought was pretty fucking funny. So, I just like double checked to make sure that that Monster Hunter Wilds was on my wish list on Steam. So I just clicked it just to double check. I did have it on my wish list, but I noticed something interesting when I went to the page. Look right here. Dating sim? What the fuck? I'm like, okay, that does not make any sense at all. Like, the hunting, action, multiplayer, co-op, but dating sim? I just thought that was interesting. I mean, if they add that, sure, but I feel like that might have been a mistake. Just dating sim. Oh my god.
And obviously that exciting news that now in Monster Hunter Wilds, no matter how you
I hope
choose
it's
to
a
build
joke
your
too,
hunter,
yeah.
what they look like, any of the armor sets in the game.
I had to
they
screen
can
cap it.
use
I'm like,
as
this
long as
is
you have the
funny.
monster parts. So
Yeah,
that's
we don't have
incredible
time
for
to
the
date.
community of
We're
being
too busy
wondering if
hunting
this will be the
monsters.
case. So I cannot wait to see what the community cook up when they get their hands on it in 2025. But yeah, oh, so excited to hear about that.
Yeah, the developers also.
If you want dating, go to a farming sim or something.
Especially their palicos, of course.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I
Or a
actually
life
have
sim.
in real life, and I
It's usually
always
always
base my palico
dating
on
in
a
life sims.
Little tortoise shell. So actually, one of the presets is a tortoise shell as well here. So yeah, you love to see it.
I'm sure we have a lot of cat lovers in the community who
Yeah.
are recreating their little bodies.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I will admit that is half the reason why I got into Monster Hunter in the first place. Yeah, or literally any JRPG, yeah, exactly. But half of the reason what like got me interested in Monster Hunter are the palicos. Like I can't deny it. It's cool. I'm like having a cat as your fucking buddy and your hunting partner. Like it's so cool.
OK。
I think
別のに変えました
the controllers
I wish
should be
that they
working
had
on
two,
it.
but I understand
Get back
having a
into the-
mount now that they'll stick to one.
はいすみません
Because in Generations you can have two palicos.
Okay, I've chosen my gear, so let's go out.
まあここが
Vine trap upsurge has been spotted.
ハンターたちの拠点になるベースキャンプになります
So this is the base camp. which
Wow,
is
the map is
overall
very interesting. Oh, that's gonna be confusing as shit. I've always complained about their new maps, so
ここ
I...
で
Whoa, okay.
まで
You can see that I'm here on my sacred mount. It's actually automatically leading me towards my target. I'm not steering it at the
連
moment.
れてってくれますし、人のいる拠点と、フィールドに今までロードが挟まってましたけども、今回はシームレスにで
Doshaguma.
きるようになって
Of
ます
course, you might have noticed zero loading screens, zero buffer, just ride straight out from camp into the field.
Absolutely. So when we say seamless, this is it in the flesh.
So the UI of this map is very interesting. It's not top down, it actually kind of goes in at an angle a little bit. I know that when it comes to these newer Monster Hunter games, traversing the maps, I've had many complaints, but that's kind of the joy of open world. But that was really interesting on how you can have your secret like go pathways that you probably wouldn't necessarily be able to traverse just without him, so that's really nice too.
チームレスな体験ですね。
今ね隠れ身の総意を来ましたね
That's a big
So
butt.
we can see that the monsters are forming a bit of a pack here.
They actually got closer too. It's like they saw you, and wow, the UI of this is very interesting. That's weird.
Where could they be leading him?
Are they leading or running?
And what we saw there is how quickly you can mount Sacred as well. So using
Oh, I was not paying attention to that. Let me see that again.
We saw be leading him.
That's about the same mechanic as the Palamute.
You can mount Sacred as well. So using a button prompt, you can get straight back onto your mount and into the action.
Whoa! Okay, that was cool.
Kokuda-san is sometimes
So you can still attack a little bit while you're on him.
Predictable. He's never seen them run away this quickly, so he's having to change his strategy to figure out what to do.
Oh,
You
nice.
heard of his hunting prowess.
Okay, so switch weapons, I would imagine, is the only time you can do it maybe on your mount? Because I'm imagining that he's holding your secondary weapon.
And then we're taking advantage of the light bowgun's range there.
Yeah.
See, as we mentioned earlier, mounted combat is an option when you're re-engaging a
That's
monster.
really nice.
Just to keep them on their toes.
Yeah, to keep the attention going. Oh my god, this is insane.
Having a pack of monsters like this is a first for the
Yeah, this is wild.
So yeah, oh wow. Oh.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Oh.
I won't translate everything.
Whoa! They're just yeeting those smaller monsters.
Carnivores actually grabbed and threw one of the herbivores at me.
So small monsters can be dangerous in many ways.
今大小や玉を使えってすごい出てますね。
So how are you able to separate them?
There's a recommendation here for me to use a dung pod.
Dung pod, yeah.
To get rid of the other guys in the
Oh, okay, makes sense.
のようにアイテムセレクト普通にできるんですけど、こういう拡張版
So we actually have an extended
で一気に
version
選ぶことが
classic item selection bar, which you might have seen probably.
Oh, whoa, that's fucking weird. Wait.
Item selection bar, which you might have
Look at this! Yeah, that is brand new. Holy shit. So not only did they keep the radial menu, which I don't use as often as I should, but I know I need to do it, but this is interesting too. It looks like it's a lot of default, so I'm highly curious as to how the custom layout's gonna be.
seeing come up on the screen here. It's a new option for how to choose your items.
That's fantastic. More flexibility, allowing you to access the item you want
Whoa.
quicker. And then we
Okay,
see the
no,
large
that's
dung
some
pod
weather
being
changing.
deployed, which hopefully should split the pack up because
群れを、
Wait, what just happened there?
access
Was that the dung bomb, or was that weather actually
more
changing?
flexibility, allowing you to access the item you want even quicker. And then we see the large dung pod being deployed, which hopefully should split the pack
No,
up.
that was the dung pod. What the fuck? I thought the weather changed.
群れを、
So it just disperses all of them, okay.
一番簡単なのは新しいアイテムである大小ヤシ玉というのを使って、群れを散らすのが
Okay, Balahara is that like weird, like
You can, of
digging,
course, throw the dung pod at each individual member of
like
the herd
worm
you want to get
dude
rid
that
of.
we've also
We
seen.
have this new large dung pod I've chosen here. That lets me throw it in a general area and it'll get rid of all of the.
Oh, we got a new monster that we can't see.
And also, so we're seeing obviously mountain in
Mounting,
Breath of the
yeah.
Wild, and the new way it has been added to the game.
Nice.
Oh, that'll leave a mark.
Use conflict between monsters too. Oh, okay, so that's where the smaller monsters are coming out to actually do more attacks. Nice.
So, as we mentioned, a living, breathing.
Very
world.
cool.
And we see this pack of small monsters taking advantage of Doshiguma being in a bit of a tough spot. Oh,
そうですね、こういう小さいモンスターが
Those small monsters look sick.
もうワイルズから
I love their like razor
A
jaw.
brand new feature where we have this kind of interaction at different levels of the ecosystem. It brings an extra level of realism.
It really does, and it helps you pay attention. Hey, there's some small monsters.
Background there as well.
I'm gonna go over there.
Because that would be scary. But we are in the inclemency period right now. A storm has rolled in.
Okay, so it was a storm.
Dramatically changing.
It must have just been perfect timing between that dung pod.
It's a bit of a shocking experience.
ハラハラいます。
And here we have another of our monsters that we've revealed here.
Turf War?
And Balahara and Doshiguma. They don't
Turf
do
War.
too well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Dude.
So, Tokudu-san, what are we seeing here exactly?
これはどういう状況でしょうか?
Oh, don't turn around. I wanted to see that. Oh, was he getting like sucked in, or like the sand was like creating a hole?
Hoping it would start a turf war and damage the main monster.
That was successful. There's just so much going on. This is insane.
Now we have a certain monster here that was
Yes.
revealed in yesterday's trailer.
We got to see his actual face.
Behold, the apex monster of the Windward Plains.
Amazing design. Holy shit.
And
I'm definitely going to draw that monster. It's so cool.
When it was first teased,
Very Gore Magala, yeah.
Chuckle. But yeah, Ray Dow is the
Now he looks like Shigaru Magala.
So,
Now you get to see his
come across
face.
this if you're at Gamescom and you meet this in your quest, good luck. You'll need it.
I appreciate that he's definitely more wyvern.
今回の出展してるやつでも結構みんなレダウに向かっていく人多いです。
Yeah.
すごく強いんで。
We've seen a lot of people coming to the booth actually intentionally seeking out Ray Dog for a challenge.
Wait, was that some directional? You see that red? I'm wondering if that's helping. Yeah, because it's pointing to him. That's okay. I like that. I like that dynamic.
Seeking out Ray Dog for a challenge, but as you said,
It's like a little like a wayward compass almost.
You need to be pretty confident.
That's why I love the Monster Hunter community. They're like, this is the scariest monster. I'm going straight for that one.
Yep. That one looks scary.
And look at the
Its head is
power
mine.
of that. You know, I don't think Doshiguma's going to win this.
This Doshiguma is getting pummeled, dude. Just every monster is after him.
まあ実際にここまでゆっくりね、ゲームプレイ見せることも。
All right, he's got a wound on his thigh.
This is our first opportunity, Rozo-san says, to have a chance to really show a big.
He can move his horns back and forth.
So it's a great chance.
It's very interesting of his design.
Absolutely, and I say we're in expert hands as well, which is fantastic.
Run, run, run. Get out of there.
レダウのデザインのこだわりは。
Good job. Hell yeah.
なんだけど、やっぱりこの木を代表するモンスターなので、一番そのモンスターハンターらしいデザインにしたくて。
Yeah, so Rizzo-san was asking
That greatsword
what was the
stance is
design
awesome.
behind Ray Dao, and Fujioka-san explained that, you know, the first monster you meet is kind of more like Doshagama style, beastly, furry kind of creatures. So we want to have something that stood apart from those.
To be fair, though, I will say as your first quest going after a Doshiguma, good lord, can I pronounce it correctly? It's like quite a jump from like most starting quests if this is actually like, I mean, they're probably just showcasing it, but as a first quest for people who are actually playing this, like, that's pretty hard.
But that also represents...
Considering there's so much happening.
The stormy conditions that can change at any time, so having this kind
It's an interesting looking bug.
really represents the elemental nature of the new Monster Hunter Wilds environmental design.
What's interesting, too, is I think the storm is still going on, and now we're kind of in this cave-like system.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering if that,
like the community reaction,
depending on where you're at, is going to either be worse or better.
Theory crafting, making fan art, trying to make out what the monster looks like. Yeah, I can definitely see that coming through.
To zap them with a great thunderbolt's energy current to hinder their movements. Okay, that's an interesting trap. Interesting.
それをこうアクティブにすることで今のようなしびれ花のような効果を得ることができたりします。
Yeah, you just saw me using the Great Thunderbug here. It's one of the environmental creatures, the endemic life that's on the Windward Plains. So I was able to activate them, and that creates a huge shock effect for the monster that I'm hunting.
So resourceful hunters that keep a lookout for these little things in the environment can really capitalize on them during a hunt.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I loved when they added it to World. He's got something. Oh, nice.
当たるか
Hey, nice shot.
今みたいに、ただの落石だけじゃなくて巨大な落石
So I am gonna say the one thing that I'm kind of meh about are the attacking wounds where it highlights it. I understand having that dynamic for people who are fairly new to Monster Hunter. I think it's something that's really good to add. But for me personally, I think that can take away from the hunt because they already show like visuals on where the wounds are on the monster, where I hope that you can actually toggle this off. Also with like the compass thing, I think that's really cool, but sometimes, at least for me, I want to be more in the hunt, and you can, in most games, you can toggle the health and the status and all, you can toggle all this shit off if you want. You don't even have the map. So what I'm hoping for is these extra things that they've added to help traverse the map better. I think I can toggle, I would like to toggle off because I want to focus more on actually hunting and kind of the realistic challenge that you would have if you were hunting a monster like this. I think I'll probably use it just to kind of understand maybe where these wounds would pop up on this monster that I don't recognize and that type of thing. But I think sooner or later I will, if the option is there to toggle it off, I will probably do that.
ただの落石だけじゃなくて巨大な落石、より効果の高い巨大な落石だったり、さまざまな環境を利用
So it says wound destroyed, so I think maybe that's why they have that.
That's just one example of the many different environmental traps.
It's a very interesting thing. I don't think it's bad, but I'm not sure if I like it yet.
Absolutely, I remember actually using rock balls in Monster Hunter World, and I'd miss most of the time. So
It's
good
your
that there's
boy!
Opportunities to use more traps.
It's a Chatacabra.
If it's the first time, you might get them the second time. And what we've just seen here as well is the support hunter feature, which we actually revealed in yesterday's trailer.
They're just saying that
Oh, I missed that.
Chatacabra has turned up on the scene, so we've got
There he is.
menagerie today.
He's definitely one of my
We've
favorites.
seen 4 different monsters already in the space of this one hunt.
We've seen so many.
And they've all come up and tried to take on Takuda-san as well.
Okay, environment, very interesting. So there is a storm going on, and you can actually see that his body is actually being affected by that. You just see a layer of dust on him. Very, very subtle, but I appreciate that.
初期のモンスターなので遊びやすくなってます。
Chatacabra is
Nice
one of the
counter,
first
holy
you'll
shit.
face in Wild, so it's one of the ones that's, if you're used to the series, it'll be a little easier to take on.
Yeah, I would say Chatacabra is probably going to be one of the
That
first.
tongue.
あれ救難出したんですか
出しました。
はいはいこれシングルでも救難出すとNPC が仲間で入ってくる
もう今
So a
Oh,
few
there's the
moments
other
ago,
party.
we've seen that Tokuda-san put up an SOS
Vine
flare.
trap,
Even though he's
nice.
playing offline and single player, 3 support AI hunters have now joined him. You can see
Oh, those
them
are
already
support
living
AI? Okay.
These are really intelligent new AI companions that will help our single players.
No, I firmly believe they use the same AI for the shit. It was something that they added in Rise Sunbreak where you it was really cool because you could have the villagers actually come and hunt with you, and I was very skeptical. I was like, it's probably gonna be shit, but they actually were fucking phenomenal. So I hope that they like took like the mechanics of the UI that the AI that they used for Rise and maybe made it better. Because I wouldn't mind having maybe 1 or 2. I'm still wanting to play solo.
AI の NPC は攻撃をやめて僕の方まで近寄ってきてくれてます。
They're really intelligent, so just now whenever I took a vine trap and set it up by attacking the vines, the AI hunters knew to stop attacking the monster and come to me and the trap so that we can lure the monster towards us. So they're really
Nice.
smart.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Great limping animation,
That's
holy
great
shit.
Because we know a lot of gamers, they don't play online or they prefer a solo experience. And for that, you can still kind of have that multiplayer or
Yeah, I appreciate that.
with the support hunters. And it's your choice whether you use them or not as well.
Oh my god, wait, look at that environment, holy shit. 1 second. Look at that behind here, right here. Look at that, holy fuck. I hope that's like an actual area that we can explore in, but that's gorgeous. With the lightning and shit. That's probably where that other monster went.
ライトボウガンも結構メカニクスが変わっていて、全部の弾を速射することはできない
Another vine trap, nice.
この通常弾と三弾
Armor ammo.
3種を基本弾として無限に撃てるようにしています。
So we've changed the mechanics here a little bit when it comes to the bow guns. You'll notice when I was choosing the ammo that you can choose between having smaller bullets that you can shoot off infinitely, or more powerful bullets that are more limited in ammo.
Yeah, I think the armor ammo is new. I don't know a lot about light bowgun, but
And really kind of lay into the monster. And also looking at Doshiguma as well, you can kind of see the damage and wear and tear it's been receiving over the duration of the hunt. Obviously in traditional Monster Hunter titles before Wilds, you'd break monster parts and you'd visibly see that, but it looks like the team have really added on to that and added even more detail.
What's our move?
is he going to sleep?
僕は爆弾
Oh, he sat down. That was so cute.
朝のため
Yeah,
に
he's going to bed.
嘘
Big old yawn. Look at that jaw.
わかりました
I think Tokuda-san was probably going to bust out a barrel bomb, but we need to save some good stuff for the following streams. So we're going to keep the barrel bomb for tomorrow's
There
stream.
you go, another good reason to tune in tomorrow as well.
Butt. Get his butt.
あ違う違う
Oh, goddamn, that's scary of him actually standing up. Really get to see how big this thing is.
Alarm clock.
He's huge. It's nice to have a new beast
And
monster.
what you said about the support hunters kind of observing what you're doing and playing around that. They didn't wake the monster up, they let Takuda-san do that as the player.
Yeah, the AI is really smart and it knows what strategy you're going to be going for based on your actions.
And look at the mobility on the light bowgun and the rapid shots as well, including with elemental ammo.
And he's down.
これ細かいですけど何気にこう剥ぎ取りの時もちょっと上に登れるんですよねほら
So Ryozo-san is just pointing out that you can actually get on top of the monster.
You're actually on top of it.
So there's some
That's so funny.
Actually, and we can see Olivia getting stuck in as well.
Yeah.
She's not hanging about. She's like, I'm getting my monster parts right now. So yeah, when you do take down a monster, you can get a lovely, nice pan, a nice screen shot of you stood up.
Of
on
you
the
like, yeah,
floor.
that's awesome. I like that. They didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it.
Takuda-san, what was your highlight from that Doshiguma hunt? I just
Hi.
There was so much happening. Got to showcase like every
だ
monster.
ったりバーラハーラだったり今回のワイルズの隔ての砂原にいろんな環境を使いながら狩りをできたことは良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
I was really happy I was able to show you a huge variety of monsters within one quest and also
Yeah, that was
show off the
insane.
winter flames and the ecology that you're able to
Environmental changes.
That was a great hunt for me.
Pretty much every monster minus the spider one.
Up a little bit earlier due to the delay at the start. So don't worry, we will be doing community Q&A in tomorrow's stream. So do tune in at the same time tomorrow. And if you liked what you saw today, you can wishlist Monster Hunter Wilds on PSN.
Sorry, I'm
and
just
Steam
seeing,
right
like,
now.
what else
So
they
it
have
really does
here.
Support the game ahead of launch. So if you do like what you're seeing, do drop a wishlist. And for everyone in the queue and in the audience as well, we hope you have a wonderful time playing today.
Okay, this looks
Do
like-
stick around because in about 15-ish minutes, I'll be back with Takuda-san and we'll be doing a live stream with some more Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay. But in the meantime, I'd like to say
Alright, we'll skip to this one.
じゃあ始めます
Oh, it's so much quieter.
Yeah, let's dive into the hunt.
これ画面
So it looks like they're just doing the same quest, but I'm still curious if there's gonna be more stuff happening.
But the good thing is as well, obviously, we're asking which weapon, but in Monster Hunter Wilds, as they've seen, you can actually carry 2 weapons at once into a hunt.
どの武器にしますかっていう質問ですけど、2種持てるんですね、今回。
そうですねなんか、環境もいろいろ変わりますし、マップもすごく広くなってますのでセクレットの2種類の武器を持つことで、いろんな環境の変化に柔軟に適応していただくように今回デザインしています。
That's right. As you'll have seen, the environment is so changeable and it has these two sides to it where it could be very peaceful and then very wild and stormy. So we've added the ability to jump on your sacred and quickly change to a second weapon at any time.
That's so cute. The little mustache on the palico.
Oh, that's fantastic.
ちなみにね
So cute.
パリコの声今回
Look
は
at- he's such a sir.
しか当て込まれてないんですけど実際のキャラメイクは
Such a distinguished
2種類から
gentleman.
ことができます。
So the character creator is a little bit restricted for this demo version. So for example, the Palico voices, you'll have 2 different ones to choose from, but for the purposes of this build...
Oh yeah, it's so weird because the Hunter and the Palico have voice acting, which is so weird because that's brand new as well.
Concerned you see the limited options here. This is just for the demo version.
まあオプションでアイル語、猫の言葉に変えることもできます。
You can of course also change your Palico to speak in Meowie Palico language.
I do the Meowie, yeah, definitely.
Speaking in human words.
Actually, no, I'll do the speaking just because it's new.
It's great to have the choice, but say there's some great benefits as well of having your Palico talk human language, right?
まあ人間の言葉だといろいろサポートしてくれたりするんですね。
そうですね。テキスト自体はボイスにしてもアイル語にしても出るんですけれども、ボイスの方が字を読まなくてもサポートしてくれるので、すごくわかりやすいと思います。
Yeah, it's going to be giving you helpful hints and support, but even if you choose the meowing noises, the subtitles will still give you the correct information. You won't lose
Makes sense.
Support,
yeah.
Regardless if your audio.
Okay. Yeah, which they do that anyways.
It's a win-win, no matter which you pick. It's down to your personal preference.
Yeah, I'll probably do the voice just because it's a brand new thing, and if it annoys me, then I'll just go to the meowing language.
So we can choose from the 14 weapon types here. Which one are we going to go for?
Charge blade. Nah, he's a lance main. I'm curious as to see like a really good lance player though.
And it was some people
secondary
low too, so that's going to be my second weapon choice.
There we go. Everyone's
Nice.
a winner. Good again, the armor out here. Are we going for fashion or function here, Takuda-san?
Function.
ファッション重視ですか僕は。
まあ両方ですね。今回ね、スキルのシステム
That's a good armor set.
この体験版でも本編とはちょっと違いますけど、スキルシステム自体実装されています。
It looks very much like the Great Jagras.
スキルっていうのと、今までのシリーズスキルに加えて、グループ特定のグループによってもスキルがつくようになってたりします。例えば重竜の、モンスターで装備を合わせると特定のグループスキルがついたりみたいなのも、実装されていってます。
A little bit of both in this case. I think it's a great looking armor, but I also want to have my skills ready to go out in the hunt. And you may have noticed some changes there on the screen that was on just now to the skill system. It's broadly based on what we had before in Monster Hunter World, but you saw new set bonus skills, for example. So in addition to this, wearing the same armor series, getting you bonuses, there'll be certain set bonuses. It might be, for example, 2 different monsters parts, but they're from the same type, same sort of category of monster.
Yeah, they did that in
For example,
World.
the same type of wyvern. You might be able to get some set bonus skills from combining those armor together, so you have more chances to mix and match.
Oh wow! So if you love build crafting, then you're in for a treat.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
そうですね。あとね、重要なところとしては武器に特定の攻撃スキルが、攻撃的なスキルは武器の方についている形になってます。
And there's also going to be specific attack skills attached to weapons as well.
Oh wow! So even more reason to use or craft and use a wide variety of weapons.
Interesting.
武器を作成することが重要
Oh, we got.
そうですね。防具の方のスキル選んでいただき。
Wait, let me go back. That was some weird shit.
作成する
He's holding it, but it's like.
重要になるということなんですね。
そうですね。
Couple of bugs, couple of physics bugs going on there.
ビルド考えていただくというのは変わらないんですけども、
That was funny.
2つの武器に、を持っていても、そこまでこう。スキルビルドに苦労しないような形に、スキル、デザイン自体を、変更を加えてますね。
Yeah, that's right. And you'll be able to choose the 2 weapons, of course. So I think you.
Wow. Yeah. You. So beginning the quest. Hang on 1 second. So beginning the quest is when you take that first hit. Boom. Begin quest.
Choose the 2 weapons, of course. So
Very cool.
A build that gives you a bit of flexibility, so that changing weapon changes one of the skills out, and that lets you have 2 different strategies at the same time, rather than being locked to just what you put on your armor, which you can't change in the field.
Which is another lesson, as we mentioned on stage, obviously having 2 weapons, you can either have 2 different weapons or 2 of the same type, but then having different versions of that type will yield benefits. And,
Alright, let's see this Lance player.
3v1 or 3v2 because you've got your Palico at the moment. How do you think you'll fare with a Lance in this situation?
今回はランスですが、3匹でかかってきてますので、どうなるのでしょうか。
そうですね。やっぱり群れはすごく、特にランスみたいなちょっと。
1 second, I'm curious about this one thing.
3匹で かかってきてますのでどうなるのでしょうか。
So he's thrown back with a hit. Okay, so there is actually some friendly fire there. So he did a swipe and hit the other Doshiguma. Not much, but something.
するんですけども、今回結構小回り効くような形になっていたりだとか、なんかあれやな。
Yeah, we've adjusted the lance in Monster Hunter Wilds so that it's still the sort of the powerful wall that it needs to be a lance. But you might notice as I'm playing that I've got a little bit more movability and a little bit more flexibility.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so that's the pushback thing that they really showcased in the first trailer.
でツバゼリアイは今みたいにガードを特性を持った武器が、モンスターのその特定の攻撃にうまく、当てていくと、ツバゼリアが発生するような仕様になってます。
What you just saw was a power clash. So whenever
Power
you've got
clash,
a weapon that
okay.
can guard, such as the lance, and a certain condition is met whenever you're attacking the monster and you guard it just the right time, you'll get this power clash happen on screen.
Nice.
かな、ジャスト判定していくと、割と今回いろんな武器にジャスト判定ついてるんですけど、その後、簡単な追撃に移ることがランスできるようになってます。
All the weapons pretty much now have some kind of perfect timing sort of effect on them for depending on how you're using it, but you'll be able to see how it works on the lance in this case. And it lets you follow up with attacks once you've done the perfect timing block.
セクレトに乗ると、
Uh-oh, we got a
セクレ
stun.
トを一定の回数回避
Yeah, get out of there.
で、危険になったらとりあえずセクレトを上のボタンで押すっていうのが、今回の割とプレイしやすい、ポイントになりますね。
The Sacred is sort of hanging around to support you while you're hunting, and you'll be able to quickly press the button on the D-pad to call the Sacred and get away from danger if you're kind of getting into trouble. So you might have noticed there it was ready to go for me right there as I started getting hit and taking damage.
間違えた。変なのぶつけ
Yeah, that did help a lot when you had the Palamute, though. I kind of veered away from the Palamute because I liked having two Palicos.
モンスターを怒らせても連れていくことができるのは今まで通りなんですが、この誘導弾ルアーなんとかで、を使うルアーポットを使うとこのように敵視みたいな線がついてると思うんですけど、モンスターを連れていくことができます。
You've always been able to anger a monster if you want to get it to follow you because you're planning to lure it somewhere on the map, and that's what we're doing right now. But I've used the new luring pod. You can see here on my slinger ammo display on the bottom right. That actually displays this little red beam.
I would if your overlay wasn't covering it.
Specifically, and it's almost indicating which one you're going to be dragging along.
That's really exciting. So obviously,
Oh, interesting. We get to see the full map here.
With the luring pod and the aggro line there, what benefits would this particular luring pod have for multiplayer if you're a Lance user?
マルチだと今の仕様はどういう風な使い方
Super interesting.
そうですね。
I love that you can pop the map up while you're still moving.
ということができますし、
Oh no, your mount.
例えばその縄張り争いをするようなモンスターをあえて自分のモンスターのところに連れていくっていうこともできますね。
I think, well, regardless of your weapon, you'll be able to strategically plan together to lure monsters. Let's say you've got one of them next to the Doshaguma and you're next to another one, like the Chatakabra. We could plan to lure them together to make a turf war happen.
Oh yeah, nice.
Targets. So, you know, possibilities.
We did that a lot in Rise.
Saying if you are a shield user, you can live that tank fantasy by keeping aggro on you a little bit longer. And who's this monster, Takuda-san?
これが背立ての砂原のエーペックスモンスターのレダウですね。
This is Raydal. It's the apex predator of the Windward Plains that we're in at the moment.
Some electrifying attacks.
Positively shocking.
Chat are loving seeing a Raydal appear.
Oh, he's amazing. And yeah, look at that attack.
Here it comes.
Where he pushes his horns forward to make those really, like, intense attacks that he has, these lightning attacks.
Period at the moment, which explains why the weather is so shocking and extreme.
Yeah, he brought the weather change,
you know, both the hunter
as do most Elder Dragons, though. I'm not sure if he's an Elder. I would imagine so if they're saying Apex.
今はこういう嵐の北条機能になっているので、モンスターもハンターも注意しないといけないんですね。
Raydal,
そうです
okay.
ね。ある種ハイリスクハイリターンというか、うまく環境を利用するには、大ダメージを期待することもできるんですけど、同時に非常に危険で。
If Raydal touches it, it probably won't affect him. Yeah, no effect. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Extra damage to the monsters during this period by utilizing the.
Now, did the bugs? I'm assuming it went away.
You're also equally at as much risk of taking damage. So It's a time to be careful for sure.
Absolutely.
今小型モンスターが、こかしましたね、噛みついて土砂熊を点灯まで持っていきます。それモンスターの強さによってどちらが勝つっていうのは、均等ではなくて毎回一緒ではなくて、小型モンスターが低い確率ですけど土砂熊に関しては勝つ可能性があります。チャタカブラにはもっとすごい高い確率で勝ったりします。
So you've seen the small monsters, trying to take on the big.
Oh no!
It's
It
not like it's
either
a
it
big,
it looked like it
the big
disappeared,
ones
but I
always
guess it
win.
didn't.
You never know what's going to happen. I think depending on the big monster they want to take on, sometimes the pack or herd of smaller monsters may actually have a chance of taking it down.
Oh, wow.
Especially if it was something like a
I mean, it's a
Chupacabra
huge pack.
rather than the more powerful and aggressive Doshakuma that we're dealing with right now.
I love that while you were fighting him, it was just they were all just kind of sleeping for a time.
今まで言ってないですけど新しい環境生物で
Vigor Mantle
というのがいます。
We haven't shown this before.
Gather and
This
consume
bigger mantle bug,
nectar
just
on
grab.
backs to recover health.
今
Okay.
回復しましたね。フックスリンガーで取って自分のところまで引き寄せて回復することができる、すごく便利な生き物です。
It's a really handy endemic life creature that you can grab with your slinger and pull it over to you for a quick heal.
Very
Okay.
handy in the heat of the hunt.
That is really
I don't know
nice.
how many times I've been chased by a monster and I haven't got time to glug a potion, so that's very handy.
回復薬飲み姫がないときには非常に使えそうな環境生物ですね。
Ooh, and what was that we just saw there with the focus strike?
That's where the wound was destroyed and actually toppled
そうですね
him.
これ
Okay.
まさにフォーカス
So focusing on those parts is really what helps actually topple the monster.
特殊な隙に
Okay.
発生しますね。
Yeah, as you noticed, the focused strike is something that you can use while you're in focus mode and the monster has already been wounded, and it lets you pull off a special attack targeting the wounded area.
今みたいに砥石を研ぐときにもセクレットを呼べよみたいなアナウンスが出たりもしますし、当然武器も
Always a great mechanic being able to sharpen while you're on your mount.
後でま
The
た
tutorials that we've got switched on for this demo purposes were showing that you can get on your sacred and sharpen your weapon and change weapon. I just realized I didn't actually correctly change my second weapon, so I don't think I have the right one with me. But
It's still a
never mind.
ranged weapon, you know.
今回乗ったときに、乗り移りながらいろいろなところにダメージを与えているのは変わらないんですけど、
Nice that you can actually go between your weapon and a knife
武器による
attack.
攻撃っていうのがいつでもできるようになってます。
So you can move around the monster just like in, for example, Monster Hunter World once you're mounted to attack different parts of its body. But as you'll have seen
Wow.
on the screen, you also have powerful and weaker attacks, as well as a per weapon.
That was the Palico.
With the button prompt there, so you have a lot more variety in the mounted attacks you can carry out.
Absolutely, that was an absolutely brutal attack in a very satisfying way. And all of the 14 weapon types have that as well.
その特殊な攻撃はどの
Oh, he was huffing. That was really
そう
cool.
ですね、はい。
With like the lighting of the
乗った
wounds.
時の武器攻撃
like highlight.
全ての武器で使えます。
That's right. All 14 weapons have that special attack.
Wow. So even more options and how you want to handle the monster, bring them down
Oh,
quicker,
Raydal is back. He's fighting another monster. So much happening.
Let's see in the background, right?
What the hell, dude?
Wailing on this Balahara.
Welcome to the stream, Balahara.
Balahara comes in and he's like, wait, never
Yeah,
mind.
we've got
Fuck this
whole
area. Goodbye.
three-monster situation going on here.
Who's your Xenion?
かけるとしたら誰が勝ちますか
これレダウですね、これはね。
my money's on Radar.
こうやって今回はダメージが与えた状態で、例えば土砂熊クリアした後に、
Oh,
さっき
run,
の
run, run.
バナハラがもし逃げていなければ、
He's after you.
HP も多少減った状態で、クエスト化することもできます。
Since we're seamlessly traveling and doing quests in the map, even if I defeat my target, such as the Alpha Toshagama just now, if the other monsters who are in the vicinity are still hanging around and they're weakened, I don't have to start over again with them. I can just continue right on and continue to attack them, start a new quest and take them down, having the damage carried over.
And here's
Wait, I was not listening. What did he say?
Since we're seamlessly traveling and doing quests in the map, even if I defeat my target, such as the Alpha Toshagama just now, if the other monsters who are in the vicinity are still hanging around and they're weakened, I don't have to start over again with them. I
Oh,
can
that's
just
so
continue right on
nice.
And continue to attack them, start a new quest.
That
and
is so
take them
fucking
down,
nice.
The damage carried over.
And here's Chatakabra. So how many monsters have we seen now in this quest? Is it 4?
So that actually helps promote you to really focus on having these two monsters like fighting each other. So you'll just like continually try to do that if you have like a quest in the queue that you need to finish. and you have a quest that's already open, and you use that quest to help weaken another monster. That's awesome.
このモンスターでもうモンスター4種類ぐらい出現してると思うんですけど。
そうですね。今4種類いますね。もっと出ますよ。
Of course, there are many more that could appear.
このように大体の場合土砂熊が勝つんですけど、ごくまれにチャタカブラが勝ったりもしますし、それを争ってる間にこちらがダメージを与えていくと、ある種助立ちみたいになって土砂熊が負けたりすることを手助けすることもできたりします。
Like I said before, in most cases, the Toshagama will be able to defeat the Chatakabra just because of their relative power, but there are times when the Chatakabra manages to pull it off and defeat the Toshagama, and of course, the hunters can take advantage of the distraction and keep attacking their target, and you'll weaken Toshagama so much that you might actually help Chatakabra best his foe.
He's like, I was able to win today. Look at that lizard. Look at him go.
マップも全部覆うこういう形、あとマップ自体 3D になってますよね。
So the map is 3D.
The map is insane.
こともできるし。
So we've seen.
You can do so much with that map.
Yeah, we're trying to show it while it's
like,
away here, but yeah,
he's trying to like showcase that you can move around while
obviously, so
using the map, but
map now. What was the kind of primary
that's
reason
insane.
we went 3D on this iteration or more detail?
3D 仕様にした背景は何でしょうか。
そうですね。ワールド時の古代人の森だったり正気の谷のような階層構造が複雑なフィールドになると、自分がどこの位置にいたりだとか、モンスターがどこの位置にいたりっていうのがちょっと分かりにくい部分もありましたので、今回この 3D マップと、セクレトのオートの移動ですね。この2つによってすごく迷いにくくなってます。
It's a bit of a learning we had from Monster Hunter World, where the maps got bigger and bigger and more three-dimensional, and
he's angry.
But we heard from a lot of players that they were having trouble finding their way around, or even getting lost while trying to find them.
Yeah.
So we upgraded the map to 3D.
と注目してもらいたいんですけど、土砂熊は、ある程度バトルが進んでいきますと、それこまでに、
To be fair though, there's only two maps that I have always struggled with, and it's the Ancient Forest in Monster Hunter World, just because there are so many fucking paths, and then the I don't know what it's called, but it's the lava map in Rise, where they have a lot of paths, but the way that they like modeled the map is more of levels, and I would always get confused on what level or what floor I was essentially on in the map, and so those two maps like were frustrating, but in two different ways. And I think it's just because you have not only an open world map, but you also have like little tiny places that you have access to, but not monsters. And like, I don't blame them for that. It's just, it's really, really complex. So I hope that maybe this new type of model that they're doing with this map actually helps with that. Because I'm sure it's very, very hard to try to conduct a map and also visually create a map so that it's easier for the player to use and not get fucking lost.
古傷が、怒りによってもう一回避けて全身がもう一回傷だらけになるような特性っていうのを持ってます。
You might notice that all the wounds that we created earlier and attacked are coming back now. This is actually special to Toshagama. It has a feature where when it gets angry like it is now, it literally opens up its old wounds from the rage.
Oh wow.
And it
weird.
Attack. So
interesting.
It's a great opportunity for you to re-attack those areas.
Okay.
So if you successfully create lots of wounds,
then I might honestly keep that. It's just the look of it seems a little weird. I think that's my only complaint. I understand the importance of having it on though.
ただしこの状態になるとものすごく凶暴性も増しますので、攻撃性も増すので、そういう意味での厳しさっていうのはより増しますね。
On the other hand, it's going to get a lot more powerful and aggressive when it's angry, so you've got more opportunities to attack, but you're going to have a lot more attack coming your way too.
Yeah, it helps with some offense.
いけるか。
Oh, 2 for 2.
I'm also seeing this, so as soon as he gets hit, you actually get something that it looks like it goes immediately in your bag. Which, if that is the case, that makes that so fucking wonderful to take away from drops. That instead of having to look around for drops, you just immediately get it for a part broken, which is so fucking nice because I didn't mind it so much in Rise and World because the duration of the physical drops that you would with broken parts of a monster, they would stay there for a while versus older games where you would have to pick it up immediately or else it will disappear. But having this where you just get it in your bag immediately, there's probably like a certain radius of like if like someone you're playing online and someone's fighting another monster, they probably wouldn't get that drop, but if you're near it you would get that drop automatically, which if that's the case, that's awesome.
Oh, 2 for 2.
Oh, that's Doshigama Fur Plus, so they're actually doing a high rank quest right now.
せっかくなんでここらでまあサポート今北条付近になりましたね。でまあ SOS フレア使ったらっていうアサインも出たので使ってみましょうか。
So we've returned to the bounty weather condition, and we've got the option currently on to show more tutorials for first-time players, and it's suggested that we bring in some support hunters to finish off the hunt. So I'm going to follow that suggestion and fire off an SOS flare.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
There's some NPCs here just minding their business on the
They're
map.
just walking around. What the fuck?
Yeah, Doshiguma doesn't come barreling through right now.
That's crazy that you just see like random NPCs like within the map just doing shit.
ファストトラベル使いましたね。
So I've just used fast travel to
Pop-up camp. Wait. No, I want to read that because I know that they have a new thing with the pop-up camps. Pop-up camps lets you manage your items and equipment, serve as fast travel, and can be used as a return point after feigning. Though I'm curious because they said that you can this literally pop-up camp. You can pop it up. They said anywhere in the map. I mean, there's probably like a certain you probably have to have a certain amount of space, but I would imagine you would have your main camp probably where you start. Which was probably like the village that you started off with, and you have this pop-up camp. Now, one thing that they did say is that it can actually be destroyed, so you do have to pay attention to like where you're actually putting it. But I love this new mechanic because sometimes there are some maps in Monster Hunter World and Rise that it would be very, very far from where a monster I'm trying to hunt at, especially like last week whenever I was playing with hunting crow with Valkana, the closest map to where its nesting grounds was so far that I was afraid that it was going to wake up because it was wounded and it was sleeping. And so it'd be nice that if that were the case, I can just put up a pop-up map that would be like kind of in its territory so that I don't have to worry about trying to travel so far to get to a weak monster if I faint or something like that.
So I've just used fast travel to return to a pop-up camp.
And what does the pop-up camp allow us to do?
Yeah, tell us.
キャンプでできることは何でしょうか。
まあこの風に装備を変えたりだとか、物資を補給、アイテムを補給したりだとか、あと力尽きた時のリスポーンポイント、あと SOS フレアを打った時に AI サポートハンターが、出てくる場所にもなりますので、なるべくこのモンスターの習性に合わせて場所に先にしておいておくと狩りの効率がすごく良くなってきますね。
So these camps will allow you to change your weapons, change your gear, stock up on items. They're also the respawn point for after you.
I want to see the item UI though. I don't think I've seen it yet.
Support AI hunters will actually enter the map as well when you call them in. So if you're able to place it closer to where the action is, then it could be beneficial.
And the AIs of the hunters were just already attacking it while you just have your little pop-up camp.
そうですね、はい。ただし壊されたりするキャンプもありますので、その利便性と安全性をこう天秤にかけながら選んでいただく形になりますね。
That's right, but the closer to the action you place your camp,
he's
the
limping.
more at risk you are of the camp being attacked by monsters because it's in a bit of a dangerous area. So
you don't want that when you're trying to chill.
convenience and risk is going to be up to the player. Yeah.
環境が北条記になったの
This
で、
map is very wild spiral waste. I love
モン
it.
スターがたくさん群れをな
And
す
these herds of these like small herbivore monsters are huge.
ミツムシのようなとこにいるかな。こういう時
So
I know that they're talking and shit, but I really want to hear the music. I'm so excited for the new music of this game.
More of the healing endemic life that should be around in this period.
So, like, to extrapolate, so choosing on what period you're hunting in, there could be more healing or less healing, even ramping up the challenge a bit.
Makes sense, probably depending on the environment.
現れるものも違いますし、リスクリターンが変わったりするんですね。
そうですね、さっきの異常気象の時は
So he's using the aim assist that they added to the bow, which would honestly make me like the bow more. I can't aim worth shit.
Yeah, generally speaking, the inclemency period, whenever there's going to be extreme weather and storms like you just saw, we'll have more maybe attack-based creatures around, like the giant thunderbug we saw, whereas the plenty period is a bit more peaceful, and it's going to have...
Oh, we got another one.
Have some healing items or healing bugs and things like that be more around on the map.
ちょっと新しい弓の仕様をお伝えしますね。今回ね、瓶が
That's an interesting monster too.
So just to introduce a new element for the bow, the coatings are no longer items.
今回この
Which is nice.
仕掛けやゲージっていうんですけど、このゲージがあると思うんですが、このゲージを使って、
Just wish I could actually see it. Their overlay is covering it.
So you can see that there's a blue gauge above where
No,
the coating
I
is
can't
appearing.
see
That's
it.
the gauge that you use to refill the coatings that you're
で
using.
このゲージはもう一つこう導きのよいしょおーこれ自体は弱いですよ。
So,
で刺さったらここに対して
Yeah, he's trying to showcase. Oh, okay, so he
and then as you saw, even though I wasn't
yeah, he shot like almost like an arrow that's going to help that even if you're not aiming, that's what it gets targeted to.
aiming right at it, the subsequent shot aimed right for the tracer.
Yeah, that's nice. The tracer, yeah, the tracer arrow, which I appreciate. Like I would actually probably use the bow more.
そうですね。
Having that new weapon mechanic.
上手い人だとどんどんこう繋いでいきな
I
がら
think they still had a form of tracer arrows,
で
but
きるようになってますね。
I didn't use bow enough to notice that.
Some great damage
I
combos.
kind of stay away from long range
サポートハンタ
weapons.
ーがあんまり動いてくれないですね。今あれかな。ちなみに今回支給品もクエスト開始したら自分のセクレットポーチに届けてくれるような仕様になってますし、時間
Oh,
が経つと
the secret has a pouch. Oh, that's nice.
Speaking of the supply items, previously you would have only been able to get them at camp, so you would have to go back to the box. to
Oh,
get them.
that's
But since
so
we're able to
nice.
start And new quests right in the map.
Alright, we're gonna
they're
cap
actually
it.
Delivered directly to your sacred pouch whenever you
That's
start a new quest.
really fucking
もう
nice.
一回回収もできます。
And you can pick up.
You know, that's good. I can't remember how many times I've put a
Can
trap
you
in
pick it
that
up or are
place.
you destroying it? That's the question. Yeah, he
One
picked
guy.
it up. Wow.
回
Nice.
収もできます。
And you can pick up traps.
You know, that's good. I can't
Nice.
remember how many times I've put a trap in a bad place.
Yup.
Oh no, I need to get another one.
So I always had 2 traps.
非常に嬉しいです。
そうですね。でここに置くと罠に反応してサポートハンターおおなんか
Oh, wrong one. Or was it? No, it's the right one. Okay.
Yeah, those support hunters are also able to understand that you've placed a trap, and then head over there so that you can lure the monster together.
That's really
Very
nice.
handy. Toshiiguma's still putting up a big fight.
まだまだ戦い続けるんですね。
もう
Yeah,
ね
cornered animal is more
I
dangerous.
think he's pretty much on the ropes at this point.
So it's
Oh,
all
that was an
about
interesting move. Okay.
命がけです。
He almost did that attack that Rajang does with the ground.
今まで
So
Moscow.
one of his herd has shown up here, one of his packs. So
Yeah, so you're
we're just
trying to
gonna use a
separate.
large dung pod here to try and disperse them.
especially in such close
The
quarters.
only downside is, are they going in the same location?
こういう狭い場所は
That happens so many times in Rise and
そうで
World.
すね土砂雲のようにちょっと今
Okay, they are actually separating. That's nice.
出てますねこれは北条記になると
Yeah, because what would happen to me is I would have like 2 monsters fighting each other, and I'd use a dung bomb, and the first monster that I don't want to fight would leave, but then the one I'm attacking would also leave, and they'd go in the same fucking area, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted.
いう海系の環境生物とかもすごく増えてきます
As I mentioned, the things like the giant vigor wasps, the healing endemic life is more common to find in the plenty period.
Okay.
これも初めてかな、このワニのようなモササウルスのようなガジオスというモンスター
Got a few
Oh, it's an alligator.
monsters there.
傷つ
A
きやすい
bleeding
ような
pod.
弾を
And I was able
What?
to grab its tooth off with the slinger, and that
What?
becomes a new bleeding pod. When you use that with the slinger and hit a monster, it becomes easier for it to bleed.
That's wild.
土砂
What?
雲が2頭いてちょっと
You just stole a tooth from a monster so that you can cause bleeding. That's so fucking great.
We have 2 Doshagame here, but I'm hoping that support hunters have my back.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna cook a meal.
In the field.
You know what? It's never a bad time for a snack.
It's never a bad
食事
time.
でも取りましょうか。
Yep, let's have a meal.
今回
A drool shroom?
原料にして肉と
Black
魚
belt
と野菜を
meal.
選ぶことができます。
Mud
So
shrimp.
you're able to choose the combination of the portable rations that you have with you, whether it be meat, vegetable, etc., to decide what meal to cook.
Ooh, those mushrooms.
Nice.
で追加の食材っていうのは今キノコとハーブを使ったんですけど、村人から交流して得ることをしたりとか
Making me hungry.
ことによって追加の効果を得る食材っていうのを取ることができたりし
I
ます
added some mushrooms.
Is she your handler?
Those kind of additional
She's just standing there. I'm assuming she's our new handler.
Or perhaps exchange with and trade with NPCs to get.
And you know what I like about this new handler? She doesn't say a goddamn thing.
Some toppings, and by adding them to the meal, you're going to get different combinations of effects and skills.
That is so tasty.
So
So
tasty.
And the good news is you weren't interrupted by the monster. By
No, not at all.
Too bold with your cooking. That could
その間
be.
は幸い
That's so funny.
もしかしたらあんな場所で料理
Excuse me, I need to cook a meal, sir.
もちろんやられる可能性が
Yeah.
あります。どこでも食べれる分どこでもリスクがあります
You
ね
can eat anywhere.
This is
but
so
it's not
fun.
gonna attack you eating anywhere. So
I love that he's just like showcasing just different things, but in a funny
今
way.
回ねこの局舎も前はスタンチを貯めるつぶてみたいなものが出てたと思うんです。今回上の
Excuse
方に
me, I am kind of sniffly.
追
Well
加
played.
追加ダメージが入るようなこう炸裂矢を刺すような仕様に変わってますね。
Yeah, the arc shots have also been changed up this time so that they are able to be more effective and do more damage from that style.
Great news for bow mains or those looking to try it out in wilds. Hang on. This is new, isn't it, Takuda-san?
で、
Had to
新しい
pee.
仕様ですね。今モンスターの上に。
あ、そうですね。モンスターの中に入り込まずに、乗ったりすることも
Yeah,
できます
quest
し
complete,
今みたいに
but you're still in the map.
60秒待たなくて
So
も
nice.
そのまま、終わらすことができます。あとこういう風にディティール今みたいにちっちゃなリザルトにする
And
こと
your
もできます
support guys
し
just leave.
この
Nice.
大きな今まで通りのしっかり見るリザルトにすることもできるようになってます。
That's right. You no longer pass through the monster's body. You can get on top of it while you're carving. And as you may have saw, the result screen appears as a sort of more compact.
Yeah, it's just a
presentation
pop-up.
You can skip through without having a large screen come up. Or if you want to, you can press the correct prompt to see the detailed screen. Once you skip through that, you don't go anywhere. You're right back on the field to continue your next hunt.
And what options do players have after a hunt?
一回討伐後にでき
Oh,
る
that was the
ことが
fast travel.
そうですね
Okay.
今まではこうクリアしたらフィールドじゃない拠
I
点に
love the secret.
一回
They're
ストボールがある
so
スタートでしたけ
cute.
ど今回はフィールドにいるモンスターを、また自分で目的を見つけて、狩ることができます、レダウに行くこともできますしバーラハーラに行くこともできるさらにですね今
I know this sounds stupid, but I just want to know how they spell it. Give me 1 second.
今回はフィールドにいる
He
モン
hovered
スタ
over it
ー
real
を
quick.、
また自分で目的を見つけて、狩ることができます、レダウに
Raydao?
また自分で目的を見つけて、狩ることができます、
Trying.
レダウに
Raydao. Okay, the overlay is kind of covering it. Of the flying wyvern that reigns supreme over the windward plains ecosystem. It is able to store, amplify, and discharge the sand titles lightning, I think is what that says. So we have a strength. I'm guessing this is the time if you were to run over there, bonus rewards, and then you also have a detail thing. So over here is where you have the day, and then I guess this is like the weather, so plenty is what they were talking about, where you have more like healing options. So we have the levels here, zooming in, zooming out. It looks like this is the pop-up map, and you can toggle it, so I'm wondering if you can have more than one pop-up map. I'm not seeing any right now. Oh wait, I think I see like right here in the corner, I think I see a second pop-up map, so or a pop-up camp. So it looks like you can have multiple pop-up camps, which is nice. I just assumed there was going to be one, but the more the better. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that.
行くこともできますし、バーラハーラに行くこともできる。さらにですね、今どういう状況なのかみたいな。
Okay, so environment overview. It's crazy to see more than one monster, or more than 3. So we have like the strength. It is kind of interesting that the Chachacabra, I'm not surprised that the strength is pretty small. I'm very surprised that the Doshiguma is, I was at least thinking like a star 2. Interesting. So we just have like bonus rewards. That's really cool. I hope he toggles to the next one.
You can of course go back to the camp, pick up another quest on the quest board as per usual, but you don't have to. You can stay right on the field, just find monsters.
Create quest.
Right now.
Okay.
Open the map and check out the situation. It shows you the kind of areas different monsters appear in.
Okay, so because it's not a quest, you're just starting an investigation. Okay, makes sense. That's so cool. But if you create it, then it actually gives you a time limit, which makes sense because there are a lot of investigations that you would open up in world that would have different time limits.
ダメージをフィールドで与えて、クエスト化しましたけど、マップの上から、
Oh, wait.
クエストを
Begin field survey, or what was the other one?
マップの上から、
or delete waypoint. Okay. So the field survey, I guess, would be the like investigation quest.
クエストを
Post and apart.
開始するっていうこともできます。
So earlier we just attacked the Alpha Doshagama and it started a quest. This time I found one on the map, and as you saw, I selected the option there, and it just started a quest for me right where I'm standing.
That's so fucking cool.
とても便利そうな機能です。
そうですね。で、あとモンスターの強さとかも、分かりまして、追加の報酬っていうかもう、
The main reason why this makes this so fucking good for people who don't do Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter, you're grinding. That is this fucking game. You hunt. You get shit. You hunt again. You get shit. So sometimes it can get a little daunting when you have to constantly go back to the village. Open the same quest, do the quest, run the quest, finish the quest, go back to the camp or the village, open the same quest, run the quest, finish the quest. It can get a little daunting. So this makes that, it just gets rid of all that bullshit in between all of that between hunts. And I love that because it allows you to actually grind, which is part of this game. All you're doing is grinding.
発生しますので、そういうことも確認してもらいながら、どのターゲットを次に狙っていくかみたいなことを決めていただけます。
You can also see things like which additional rewards will be dropped by particular monsters and make that the decision-making factor for your next.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Especially if you're farming.
Probably some rare drops.
Or a particular piece of armor.
この武器、この防具を作成したくてこれが欲しくてと思った時に使える機能なんですね。
Oh wow, so you grabbed a screamer pod from the bird.
この装備が欲しいんだけれども、なんかちょっと素材がいい、モンスターが徘徊してるからついでに買っとこうかみたいな気持ちになるのが今までにない感覚です。
Yeah, it's also great where if you're already doing a different hunt target, but you find another monster who it tells you is going to have the materials you want for that armor or that weapon you've been waiting to craft. You don't have to quit the hunt you're on and then find it later. Just keep hunting on the go, or even keep
what I was just explaining.
Target. So it lets you do that a lot more seamlessly.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Well played, Tokuda-san.
That was awesome.
What would you say, as Lance was the first weapon, what kind of player would enjoy using Lance?
今ランツだったんですけど、ランツはどのようなプレイヤーに向いている武器なんでしょうか。
そうですね、ランスは割と藤岡さんのような安定思考というか、モンスターの攻撃を受けながら自分のダメージを軽減しつつ、反撃していくようなスタイルの武器です。
It's a weapon for people who want to be sort of strong and stable. They're going to have
they're not moving a lot.
Ability to keep their own health higher, and then whenever the timing is right, to be able to poke back at the monster.
ですが、今回は割と臨機応変にこうジャストガードとかも含めて、反撃する能力っていうのは高くなってますので、ちょっと今までランス合わなかったなみたいな人でもオフェンシブな面っていうのが、確認できますので、一回ちょっと試してみてもらったら もしかしたら好きな武器の一つになってくれるかもしれないなと思ってます。
Anyone who might never have really picked up the lance before because you felt it was a bit too defensive for you, a bit too tanky, then I think that the new abilities that we've added, including these precise timing guards, which let you lead into powerful counterattacks, they might make it a bit more of an active participation kind of weapon. So I'd encourage any of you who think the lance isn't for you to give it a try in Monster Hunter Wilds, and maybe you'll grow to like it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I'm going to have to go out there and give it a try after this demonstration. So,
僕も今のプレイを見たら遊びたくなりましたので。
ぜひ試してみて。
and with that, we'll wrap things up for today, but we'll be back tomorrow from 1 p.m. CEST, starting with our stage show. So there'll be Takuda-san, as well as Monster Hunter Wilds producer Ryozo Sugimoto, and Monster Hunter Wilds executive director and art director Kaname Fujioka. So do join in. We should have some multiplayer gaming for you in Monster Hunter Wilds, as well as community Q&A. And then afterwards, we'll be back again with Takuda-san, and we'll be showing off more weapons. So chat, make sure you're here, because we'll be looking at you to decide what weapon we show. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to Patrick for translating for us.
Yeah, that was really good. Well, that's pretty much the end. So they should be doing, because this was day 1, and I think it's just 3 days. So maybe Friday we can watch the other ones.